Hello Jolly Muse Nation. In this video we'll be ranking every weapon there is in Minecraft, up to date. So, you might ask, why is there so much of every weapon? Well see, I wanted to rank every weapon since it would be more fair, and I could actually see the aspects of how it goes from netherite to wooden, and how much it changes value. So, we're starting with the swords. And for netherite sword, I'm putting in a straight peak. It is probably the most useful or versatile weapon in this entire game. You cannot find a game mode without this weapon. That's how useful it is. It's classic. It's not going below peak tier. Now, the golden sword is going very high A tier, because the diamond sword is very versatile too, but does less damage than the netherite sword. It is also a very useful weapon, but I cannot put it in peak tier if it's below this. Now, golden sword is going straight dookie. Do I need to explain myself? It does barely any damage, unlike other golden tools. It breaks quick. It's useless. So, iron sword, we're putting in mid. It's all right. It's nothing crazy, but it does its job. Stone sword, I'll put it above iron sword. Now, you might judge me for this, but what I'm thinking is, by the time you get an iron sword, you can probably craft a diamond one. And a stone sword is so easy to make, and so, you can create out a naked player and kill them very quickly. So I'm putting it above iron sword. The wooden sword, I'm putting it in C. There's no use for it unless you're unless you just started the game and there's no stone around you, which is insane. It's useless. And you can craft a stone sword in like 2 seconds. Now the axe. I'm gonna put the stone axe, or I'm gonna put the wooden axe straight in A tier. Now, you might ask me why. And my answer is, they all do the same damage. Every single axe, no matter the material, it does the same exact damage. So, in an early game, it's so useful to have a just stone axe to crit someone out. Or a wooden axe. They're all going in A tier, except for the golden axe. It's going above sword, but still. They're all going in A tier. They're so incredibly useful. But they're all basically the same, just different durability and, looks. Now, we're getting to the sweet stuff, to the unique weapons. The trident. Okay, can you tell me, when have you seen anyone get killed by a trident? It's going in mid, but it's going above every other weapon in mid, because you can have Riptide on it. That's the sole only purpose of it, is to have Riptide and move around quickly. I've used this so many times to get away from players, get to players, move when there's no Elytras on the server. It's so useful, but it does no damage. You cannot kill anybody with it. I've never seen anyone die to a trident. Now, we got to the mace. If you know me, you know I'm putting it straight at the top of peak tier. Now, why is it going to peak tier? It does infinite damage. You can attribute swap it to do more damage with the sword. You can get big distance. You could break all armor in one hit. It's the most powerful weapon in all of Minecraft. But it needs other things to make it good. That's why I'm putting it below sword. Because sword is more useful than a mace. Even though I love the mace so much, a sword is the best weapon in all of Minecraft. Now, flint and steel. How do I rank this? Where do I put this? The flint and steel is useful for some things, but I don't see it being as useful as any of these weapons. So maybe high C tier? That's probably where it goes. I don't see much use for it. You can light people on fire, but that's pretty much it. You can use it to expo cart, so it has some use, but it's not that good. Lava bucket is going to mid tier, because actually I'm gonna put it low A tier, because you can set people on fire, you can trap people in obby. It's very good. It's extremely nice early game to have a lava bucket, but it's not anything insane. Harming potions, I'm putting them in Dookie. I've never used a harming potion in my life except for like a trap, so maybe like above golden tools, but still. Snowball is going Dookie tier. Like there's nothing more to it. Fire charge. A fire charge is a worse version of a flint and steel. So just before it. But you can stack them, so it can be a little bit more useful, but still. Wind charge. Now this is going straight peak tier. This is probably the most versatile item in the entire game. You can push people away. You can catch your own pearls. You can boost yourself up. You can make cannons. You can make anything with this thing. I swear. Most useful thing in the entire universe. And it's easy to get if you find a trial chamber. Peak tier. TNT. I'm putting it right here in A tier. See, it's useful, but it's not as useful as other versions of it. The TNT itself, you can make an orbital strike cannon, you can make traps with it, but the TNT minecart is so much better. Let's continue. The bow, it's going to A tier, right here. Because the bow is very versatile. You can shoot people with it, you can instacart, you can do a lot of things with it, you can bow boost, but it's not a main weapon. You don't usually see people kill with it by its own, but you can finish people off with it, so it's pretty useful. Crossbow is going before it, because a crossbow, it doesn't do as much damage, but it can be used to it can be used to real, like, it can be used like for a lot of things. Like you can do an instacart, you can do a crossbow cart. Like it's very useful. If you have a flint and steel, if you can pair it up together, you can instacart. Now the crystal. Hear me out. I hate the crystal, but it goes top of A tier. Now why can't I put it in peak tier? Because it's banned on almost every single server that's survival. But it is so useful. So it needs to go in A tier. It does the most damage out of any weapon if you do it right. But you can stack it. It's useful, but it's not very versatile. And you can't use it on every server. The anchor is going below it because it's pretty much the same deal, but it does less damage. And like, I don't know, it's just not as overwhelming as a crystal. Now, for the bed, it's going in peak tier. How many people have I caught with a bed in the nether and bed bombed them and killed them? So many people died to this. It's more powerful than the mace. It's like, if Chuck Norris was an item, he would be the bed. Like, this is how useful it is. So, this is our tier list. I think this is pretty fair, except maybe the diamond sword goes above the axes. But as you can see, there's not many peak tiers, there's not many dookie tiers, but there is a lot of A tiers, since a lot of weapons in Minecraft are versatile, but it's hard to get one that's a peak. So these are all the weapons that I think are rankable. Tell me what you think. You can copy this playlist. I'll leave a link down below, and you can send me your own playlist of this, or tier list of this. And yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video, guys. Bye bye.